Hello, both black beans and brown beans. So in today's video, we're going to cover 6 different things that you can do to make your experience on Animal Jam much better. These are all simple little things that shouldn't take that much effort, and therefore they are called life hacks. Well, obviously they're not really hacks, they're just small things you can do to make your experience on Animal Jam much better for both you and some of your friends. You'll see what I'm talking about more when I go into this list of 7 Animal Jam life hacks. Enjoy! The first life hack on this glitch has to do with converting diamonds and gems and how you buy your diamonds and gems. So a lot of people in Animal Jam tend to buy gems. Things can get really expensive, and instead of working for all this money, they just go ahead and spend some real life money on it. However, there's a better way to do it than to just buy money from Animal Jam outfitters. You see, you can buy 25,000 gems for $20. However, in the diamonds tab, you can buy 25 diamonds for $19. If you go to the diamond shop, yeah, there's an equal conversion. If you spent 25 diamonds on 1 diamond gem bags, then you get 25,000 gems. But if instead you buy something like 2 10 diamond chests and a 4 diamond pile, you'll get 35,000 gems. So you can get way more for your money by spending it on diamonds and then converting it to gems. And of course, to be really efficient, it's probably best to just buy 6 months of membership and then get the 25 diamond bonus because it's only $5 more and you're getting 6 months of membership. A lot of web browsers like Google Chrome and Safari have ways where you can save the passwords that you've entered on certain sites. These are specific to your computer so no one else can use them, don't worry. This is very helpful to keep your account secure and to manage storages. When you make storage accounts, you want to make sure that the password is not the same as your main, so that if your main is hacked, your storage won't be taken as well. What you can do is make a ton of different storages, as I have done here, and then give them all different passwords, and then have them remembered on the website so that you never have to log in again. This is also very helpful because you can make the password on your main very, very complicated so that no one will be able to get into it, but it will be remembered on your computer, so you don't have to type it in every time or remember exactly what it was. I will touch on this in the future, but it is very good to store lots of different holiday and rare item Monday items just in case they ever become rare. So when you do this, you're going to want to have a lot of storages, and again, this is a great way to manage a ton of different storages and make sure that just in case any of these items do ever become rare, your storages aren't going to get robbed as well. Do you see what happens every single time I try to record? My buddies, who I love, don't really understand and they just come in and interrupt. A lot of people dream about a way to just make it so your buddies can't follow you. That doesn't quite exist, but a lot of people don't know that if you actually just block your buddy, they can't follow you anymore. So if you ever have a buddy who's just being annoying, following you, or spamming you, you can just block them. They'll still be your buddy, so they'll be easy to unblock, and they won't be pestering you, and you can just wait until they stop being annoying to unblock them. I know that when I'm making videos, this is especially helpful, but for people who aren't quite trying to get that much alone time, maybe it's just a good thing to use so that you can have a little alone time or edit your den without people being annoying. When the holidays, and therefore the seasonal items, start rolling around, don't forget to try and stock up on everything that comes out. You can create a storage account, and even if they're member items, you can just trade them over to your non-member storage account, and it won't cost you that many gems, and you can recycle them for a good portion of whatever you spend. You especially want to try to stock up on the ones that are considered ugly and not many people are buying, because oftentimes those will be the ones that don't get released and won't have that many copies because people think they're ugly and aren't buying them. So this is a great way to start stocking up on rares that are in stores, because you know that at least a few of them will eventually stop coming out in stores. It's also important to start stocking up on holiday dens, because soon enough they'll be pretty much extinct because not every single one is re-released every year, and so it will actually be very cool when you'll have a den that hasn't been out for years. I mean, technically you can't trade these things, but then again, what is the point of rares? It's just to have them, and yeah, you can trade them, but then you just have other ones. So you might as well just collect a rare den itself. So in summary, buy the holiday items, make a storage account, store some up, and you might just find yourself with some super rare items. I mean, after all, some of the crazy rarest items in the game, like the creature mask or the eyeball hat, have been from holiday parties. I mean, look at it, like they were just old holiday parties, and when they were out in stores, no one thought anything of them, but yet 4 years later, certain colors which didn't get re-released were worth ridiculous amounts of items. So you never know. Go ahead and make the investment. It's a good way to spend your time if you want to get rare. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but actually if you wear a sword or a legendary glove, you will deal an insane amount of damage to obstacles in adventures. The legendary glove does do the most damage, at 35, but if you just want to buy a sword for only 150 gems, you will immediately be doing 15 more damage than you would do normally. Normally you do about 10, and with the sword you're doing 25, so you might as well just buy a sword before you go into adventures. It will save you so much time, and your friends will thank you for it. Unfortunately, these items don't do what's called stacking, where the value of one is added to the value of the other. Animal Gem just prioritizes whichever one does more damage and uses that as both the animation and the amount of damage you'll do. But in summary, just wear a legendary glove when you play adventures. It will help you and your friends so much to clear the adventures very quickly, which, after all, we're here for the story, we're here for the rares, we're here for the excitement, and we're not here to spend time clearing obstacles. So, wear the legendary glove. So I think we all know that flying animals are super helpful, but for some reason people just don't play them. I mean, you go into any populated area and very few people are actually playing a flying animal. I feel like the only reason people really do is so they can sit up in the diamond shop here and advertise trades. So I think that people just need to start playing it, because if you just play an owl or an eagle or a falcon for a day, not only do they look really cool and they're really easy to make looks with, they're also just so useful. And having played a falcon for a little bit now, I use my horse and I just feel terrible. Like, it just feels slow and boring, and the falcon just feels so much faster. So try it out for a day, and trust me, you will end up loving these guys, because they just get you around the map so much faster. And though this may not be part of the life hack, there's so many cool little lands that you can explore with these guys that you may not have ever noticed. Non-members, I'm very sorry. Maybe one day. When you're trying to trade with someone and they're in the middle of Jamont Township, you can't really click on them, you can't really get a good communication with them, and you're trying to compete for their attention with everyone else swarming around you, advertising everything, their trades, their parties, everything of that nature, it can be really difficult to actually get a trade done. The life hack for this situation is simply to just send the person you want to trade with a jamagram, and you may actually get a one-on-one situation, which is a lot more helpful for trades because the person won't be distracted, you won't have to compete with other people giving offers, and the person probably won't just randomly leave. They'll actually pay attention to you, and your trade will become much more fluid and easy to do. Not to mention, it adds kind of a familiarity level. You guys kind of become friends, you know, you've sent messages and not just some random person who you walked up to on the street and just said, hey, what for necklace? And so that new level of connection will actually help them make better trades with you. Alright, Beans, I hope you learn a little bit about Animal Gem from this video, and maybe use some of these the next time you play Animal Gem. Not all of them are applicable in every single moment, but when they are useful, they will be very useful. I promise. I've used many of these over my 6 years on Animal Gem, and I hope that little tips like these will help you guys to become as experienced of a player as I've become. So anyways, Beans, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye!